in fine suos, unde erant profecti, reverti jussit, et quod omnibus frugibus missis domi nihil erat.
Jack finds a pig and wants to kill it, but can't because of the thought of blood and gore. This shows that the beast has not incorporated itself into the humans yet, because he cannot stand the sight of blood. It also shows that they're still hanging on to their civilized sources.
I was just waiting for a moment to decide where to stab him.
Why didn't you?
I was going to.
In this scene, in chapter 3, most of the big ones do not believe in the beast, as it might have just been the creepers, except Simon, who is unsure whether it exists or not. Since this incident, the little ones have been haunted by nightmares.
Let him have the conch. There was a beastie. He says there was a beastie. Where? In the woods. You couldn't have a snake thing in an island of this size. They're only found in big countries like Africa or India. Let me see it. He said he saw it in the dark.
Then he couldn't see it. Ha 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 ha. See it. Ha 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 ha. But there isn't a beastie. If there was a beastie, then we'll hunt and kill it, and we'll find meat for everyone.
But there isn't a snake thing. In this scene,
After
Simon talks to the Lord of the Flies and discovers that the beast was just the parachutist all along.
this also finalizes his idea that the beast was inside us all along too. Jack rises to power in this chapter, a lot of it because of the dead parachutist that they have found and believed is the beast. He uses the idea of the beast to quickly convince them to join his tribe, and the beast is no longer a nightmare in this chapter, rather an actual importance in the boys' lives. Piggy does not believe in the beast still. Ralph is not sure because he thinks he has already seen the beast. But this chapter shows mainly Simon, who discovers the parachutist's real identity and what the beast actually is. What else is there to do?
In this scene in chapter 9, Simon rushes to the boys to tell them about his discovery about the beast. At first they think he is the beast, so they start stabbing him. After a while they do realize it's him, however they are so bloodthirsty and immersed in their dance that they continue to brutally murder him in the excitement of it all. This confirms Simon's theory that the beast is inside all of them, and it can be no matter how old you are. It came out in its full force in this scene where they have fully turned into savages, even Ralph and Piggy to some extent, as they participate in the kill.
This chapter is also important because the storm washes away the bodies of Simon and the parachutist, which eradicates proof about the beast. The boys do not fully know what they have done, for all evidence is washed away. Beast! Cut his throat! Spill the blood! Cut the beast! Cut the throat!
There's the beast!
There's the beast! Kill it! Stop! Stop! Stop!
This chapter is particularly important because one of the main symbols in this book are destroyed, the conch shell and the Lord of the Flies. The conch shell by when Piggy dies, and the Lord of the Flies when Ralph destroys it. The food that the boys ate and also the hunting has driven them into savagery and has made them literally kill two of the boys who represent civilization in this novel. Ralph is the only boy left, and thinking the boys are still attached to their civilized roots, he thinks that they killed Piggy on accident. But at the end, Ralph has literally become prey to the beast.
Listen, we've come to say this. First, you've got to give up Piggy's conch. If he hasn't got them, he can't see. You aren't playing the game.
I got the conch. I can talk. What's better, law and rescue or chaos and death?
Oh no!
Ralph has finally realized that the boys have fully turned into savages and that all remnants of civilization have been stripped away from them. They literally have become the beast, and in this chapter, they are planning to hunt and kill him. Jack particularly has been forcing the boys to join his tribe by torturing them and is basically the epitome of a beast. When the officer who comes from civilized land finds them, he doesn't think they are actually capable of savagery and thinks that they are just playing a game, even though they're in the middle of a real war. As the boys are so distanced from the civilized world, they do not actually react to his arrival with happiness at first. Actually kind of shocked about his presence, and Ralph, who has been saved by him, does not weep tears of joy, but rather grief for the loss of Piggy, for the loss of Simon, and for the loss of their civilized selves, and how distanced they have become with the real civilized world, and how the beast has overcome all of them, including himself at a point.